So once again, this is my reader, Jeremiah.
Shalom.
Shalom, brother. So we're going to go over Mark chapter 7, verse 26, okay? And we're going to go over the word SYROPHOENICIan, okay? We already proved it in the other classes, but let's continue to go over it with maps, okay? Read Mark chapter 7, verse 26.
St. Mark chapter 7, verse 26. The woman was a Greek.
Meaning this woman was a Gentile who took upon the customs, religion, and language of the Greeks who spoke Greek. Go ahead.
A Syrophoenician by nation.
All right, a Syrophoenician by nation. Now, once again, let's get it out of, go to Mark 7:26 in the Greek in this, okay? Let's go to a New Testament Greek. This one is the interlinear KJV parallel New Testament in Greek and English based upon the Textus Receptus with lexicon and synonyms by George Rickerberry, okay, out of Zondervan Publishing House, okay. This was, let's go to Mark chapter 7 and verse 26, and let's get it out the Greek, okay. So this is Mark chapter 7 and verse 26, okay. And here it says, the woman, a Greek, Syrophoenician by race. So this woman's race was Syrophoenician, okay, meaning she was a Hamite, a Canaanite, a Phoenician that was dwelling in the area of Tyre and Zidon. And that's out the KJV parallel New Testament in Greek and English based upon the Textus Receptus, the same Greek manuscripts that the King James translators use to translate the Bible into English. Now, we're going out of this book, and Jeremiah's going to read that. This is another Greek New Testament translation by the Interlinear Hebrew Greek English Bible by J.P. Green. Okay? And read that, Jeremiah. Mark chapter 7 and verse 26.
Mark chapter 7 and verse 26. Fell down to the feet of him and the woman a Greek, a Syrophoenician by race.
Now let me see that, so they can see by themselves, so they can see with their own eyes. All right, Syrophoenician by race. Look at that. Her race, meaning her race, her nationality, her descendancy was Syrophoenician. Now let's go to HarperCollins Bible Dictionary. Okay, once again. And we go read the word Syrophoenician. It says, she is also referred to as a Greek, therefore as a Gentile, or as some would say a pagan. The term Syrophoenician indicates that this woman was from Phoenicia, located in the Roman province of Syria, or more specifically, from the area of the old cities of Tyre and Zidon. And the parallel passage, Matthew 15 and verse 22, the woman is called a Canaanite, meaning a Hamite, because the Canaanites came out of Ham, okay? The Canaanites came out of Ham. Now go to Luke chapter 2 and read verses 1 and 2. Luke chapter 2 and read verses 1 and 2, okay? The Canaanites come out of Ham, okay? Go ahead.
Luke chapter 2, verses 1 and 2.
Hold on, let me get there. Luke chapter 2, verses 1 and 2. We go read that, and we go prove what the Bible dictionary just said, that Syria was a Roman province. Syria became a Roman province, okay? It's a Roman province. Okay, go ahead.
And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus.
A decree, meaning an order, meaning a law from Caesar Augustus, who was Caesar at this time during the birth of Christ. Go ahead.
That all the world should be taxed.
That all the world should be taxed. Okay, they were going to tax everybody. Okay, go ahead. A census, a tax, a register. Go ahead.
And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria.
See, Cyrenius, who was a Roman governor of Syria, okay? his name is Cyrenius, but is also referred to in history as Quirinius with a Q. He was a governor over Syria. So he's a Roman governor over Syria. This scripture proves that the Romans had Syria, okay? That Syria was a province of the Roman Empire, okay? So now let's go to the Wikipedia dictionary, okay? Before that, let's go to find that Wikipedia up here somewhere. It's up here, I think. Okay, let's go to where it says Phoenicia. It's right here. Okay, right before that, find a page. It's got orange on it. Before that, let's go to the Smith's Bible Dictionary. Okay, from Nelson Publishers. Okay, and we're going to get this definition of Syria because this woman was not an Edomite. She was not a white woman who Christ called a dog. This was an African woman. Okay, it says Syrophoenician occurs only in Mark 7:26. The word denotes perhaps a mixed race, half Phoenician and half Syrians, which we know that there's no such thing as mixed because you are the seed of your father. Okay, or the Phoenicians in this region may have been called Syrophoenician. So she had to be a Phoenician dwelling in the area of Syria, which was a Roman province. Okay? And it says, because they belonged to the Roman province of Syria. Okay? And were thus distinguished from the Phoenicians who lived in Africa or the Carthaginians. Okay? Now, that Bible dictionary, which is Smith's Bible Dictionary, just read that this woman was a Phoenician dwelling in the area of Syria. Okay. Now let's go to we're going to go to the Wikipedia right quick, and we go read. This is the Wikipedia Phoenicia. Wikipedia the free encyclopedia Phoenicia. Now go back to that page. Okay. As I get these maps ready. Go ahead.
In 197 BC, Phoenicia, along with Syria, reverted to Seleucids.
The Seleucids. It says Phoenicia along with who?
Phoenicia along with Syria.
Along with Syria reverted to the Seleucids. Because when you read the book of Daniel, it's going to tell you, and First Maccabees, it's going to tell you when Alexander the Greek died, he set up his generals, which were 4 generals: Cassander, Lysimachus, Ptolemy, and Seleucus. And Seleucus was over Phoenicia and Syria. Go ahead.
The region became increasingly Hellenized.
Right. The region became increasingly Hellenized. Okay. It says, so the region became increasingly Hellenized. Meaning these people that were dwelling in this area were what? They spoke Greek, their religion was Greek, and they had the Greek customs. Go ahead. Okay, let me read it, okay? And it said, although Tyre became autonomous, meaning Tyre was absorbed into the Hellenization of these people in 126 BC, followed by Zidon in 111. Syria, including Phoenicia, were seized by King Tigranes the Great of Armenia from 82 until 69 BC, when he was defeated by Lucullus. In 65 BC, Pompey finally incorporated the territory as part of the Roman province of Syria. So as we can see, the Roman province of Syria included Phoenicia, Tyre, and Zidon. Okay. Map of ancient Israel, province of Syria. Okay, as you can see right here, you have the province of Syria, and then you have Tyre right there in Phoenicia. Okay, this is a map of ancient Israel. Okay, now let's go to another map, pages 11 and 12. Okay, and this is our Bible Maps by Rose Publishing. Okay, pages 11 and 12. And as you can see right here, Syria, Tyre, a part of the Roman province of Syria, Tyre and Zidon were. Okay, so now let's go to the Roman emperors. Okay, And let's go to a map with them. This is by Michael Grant, 31 BC to 476 AD. Okay? And we go see in this map about Tyre and Zidon. Look at Syria, and you have Phoenicia right there. Okay? Phoenicia. So as we can see, that this woman wasn't a so-called white woman. She was an African woman. So stop lying and teaching the scriptures right. Shalom.